I know everyone loves a good sunny day, but for me, I find my most calmest and relaxed days is when it's pouring outside. I don't know, even errands and just mundane tasks of the day just seem a lot better when it's raining, and maybe it's my anxiety when it's less people outside, but I love it.
Hello, beautiful people. As you can see, we are gassing up. We just got a haircut. You know, it's Saturday. It's a beautiful day just to be black. I don't know. And y'all see this haircut, baby, we're back. Even though I just got a haircut last week for Easter, and I usually wait 2 weeks because $65 is crazy. Plus tip, crazy. But it just makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm back to myself. I don't know. It's true what they say with that little meme of... It's true what they say with that meme of a dude's haircut is like a girl's makeup. And it's like facts. Like, I feel like a whole different person when I have a haircut. Like, it's something about that lineup. I don't know, giving your face some shape. It's something about the little prickly. I don't have a full beard, but I do get these little whiskers. Somebody used to call them on my cheeks. And I don't know. I just feel once they're cleaned up and my face is clean shaven and my little ombre situation down here is lined up good, I just feel like a bad bitch, you know. I don't know. So yeah, plus we're going to Everyday People, like I said, and I don't want to wear a hat because I feel like it covers my face, and sometimes I just want to show my face off to the world, and that's why we got a haircut. And we're gonna find a cute outfit later. I'm rambling. So yeah, we're going to Everyday People. I went last year to Atlanta and to DC. DC was okay. It was a lot of standing around. Atlanta, low-key, high-key same. But you know, you still have your pockets of group that like to dance and, you know, kind of get the vibes going and stuff like that. So hopefully today's good. It's a little gloomy outside. I don't know if you can tell. Honestly, but gloom, if you're a photographer or a videographer, gloomy days where it's bright though is really good for exposure and lighting your scene or your photo. Pro tip, back to the discussion. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to go home and or go to Babe's house and find a outfit, but it's not till later, so we're gonna chill. And I need to plan a few things for my mom because it's her birthday, so we'll do that. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. Do y'all remember that? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I was young when this came out, but I do remember my church in Detroit would literally, at the end of service, every time for the benediction or after the benediction, we would literally lock hands and sing this to one another. Very much like a movie scene, a Tyler Perry movie, a cult. You know, not saying, you know, maybe I believe in Jesus, but I'm just saying, if you was looking at it from outside, you didn't know nothing about the church, you just see people singing this song every Sunday after, like it was just a part of us. But it's beautiful. It was, now that I think about it, it was really beautiful. The words, I need you to survive, every need be supplied. You're looking to, it's like you're talking to your brother, your sister in Christ. And even if you don't believe in God in that way, I think you can pull a lot of inspiration of morality when it comes to gospel music, even if you're not, you know, tapped in like that. Like, go listen to some of them words. Like, if you need to detach whatever, detach it. But telling your fellow man on earth, your fellow sister on earth, I need you to survive. Let's be on one accord. Like, come on. It's right. It's right there, you know. But yeah, I don't know, this just triggered a memory for me. I was just having me a little jam session, a little gospel jam session. You know, sometimes you just need just a moment to collect yourself and recenter in whatever way that looks like. And sometimes for me, that's just, you know, cleaning the house from top to bottom and blasting gospel music like the Saturdays when I was a kid, you know. Hell yeah. Like a damn fire hazard. What's up, y'all? Quick outfit check because we're running late. Cute little pink pinstripe shirt from Zara, very flowy, very loose. Got a little big because that's all they had from a past season, but it is beautiful. Check out Zara's button downs and look for like special ones. They have some uniqueness to it. Please disregard the closet, mind your business. Shorts, patchwork Levi's that I cut up. They used to be pants that I thrifted some years ago as well. Get into those thrift stores, okay? And last, Zara sandals. Again, get into the deets. I feel like I saw something similar to some Jacquemus sandals, and I was looking for like something similar that I didn't want to pay $500 for, or Balenciaga, one of them. But I found these, and they're super cute. And yeah, so when you guys look for basics, look for, if you like looking for like a simple black or brown sandal, just look for something different. Like, see the little detail with the big toe? I love that. Okay, see y'all later. Oh, and for the cologne, we are Another 13 by Le Labo.
Listen, y'all did a wonderful job. You showed up. No matter what kind of Monday you had, this is how you ended it. I think this is a great way to end the day. Y'all agree? Yeah. So, let's hold it down.
I feel good. You feel me? I don't know why I always be worried in these classes. Like, baby, like I ain't no stallion. Jeremiah the Stallion. You know what I'm saying? Can keep up with the best of them. We got a little work to do. You know, we got to get our stamina up just a little bit more. But class was so damn good. I was talking about this in my first vlog about doing like hard, intense cardio. And maybe, I don't know, after a while, everything kind of gets mundane. But whenever I take a break from spin and then come back to it, I feel so rejuvenated. So I probably need to make this like a staple. I want to be like that fine ass 60-year-old man, ripped, still going to spin class. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I wanted to make it a part of my dynamic, my community. And I'm just after classes talking to people and I'm like, oh wait, this is how you build community. This is how, you know, you find things that you like and that you're passionate about,
and you pour into them and don't even think about the return. I don't think I'm going to make all these new friends, or I'm going to even have this amazing body. I mean, that could be motivation for you, but just think of it as I'm pouring into something that I'm actually enjoying and I like, and let the fruits of whatever that is come to fruition, you know? And I really enjoy spending. I'm so glad I met Cortez. Not only because that's my bitch, that's my good Judy, but in the same breath, I get to see a part of his community, and kind of adopt it into my community as well, and really tap into just exercising but enjoying it, meeting new people, and just having an outlet. Like, it's been a rough couple of days for me mentally, just for some personal reasons, and work has been a little bit stressful, but I don't know, I feel good. I feel like my mind is a little bit more clearer to think and process things. So I'm going to really try to adopt this. I'm going to try to stick with the weights and stuff. I was just telling my partner about, like, I kind of want to get back into calisthenics. And like when I was saying before in my first video, we used to do a lot of like circuits and body weight exercises when I was in ROTC in college. Like, we would literally set up a field. Like, one station is lunges, one station is burpees, one station is running up the stadiums, you know, and it was always something to keep you moving and keep you out of your head and just not even thinking about anything but pushing to the next course. And I really miss that. I walked in, turned on this good light that God blessed me with, and I looked in the mirror, and the mirror looked back at me. And I looked in the mirror again, you know, because you got to make sure you ain't seeing nothing crazy. And then the mirror looked back at me. Stop playing with yourself. You're beautiful. You know, I don't know where insecurity. Oh, okay. I got a good idea where it stems from. However, why it plagues our mind so much. But I don't know, this conversation is kind of hard, because here's the thing. I know this saying that I heard from Dr. Jackie on Mirrors in Medicine it sounds a little bit problematic. And it feels like it should be the other way around. But what she says is, when you look good, you feel good. You think it should be the other way around. But in actuality, it's kind of true. You know, when you take time to work on yourself, maybe physically, aesthetically, with how you choose to dress or present yourself, you do feel a little bit better when you go out into the world knowing that these bitches can't fuck with me. No, knowing that you feel good about how you look. And you know, I've kind of struggled going up and down with my weight over, honestly, since I can remember. I think I've always been insecure about my weight. And I don't even, looking back, I wasn't even that big, even as a kid on the playground, but you just notice the difference that, oh, I got a little bit more meat on me than, you know, my fellow classmate in the 3rd grade and the 4th grade. And kids are cruel. So that shit kind of builds up, and you start kind of developing that in your mind. And by no means am I saying that working out and dressing a certain way is supposed to replace the mental work and around how you should feel about yourself. But I think they can go hand in hand, and that's why I tell people, even when people make jokes about other people's outfits online and stuff, I'm like, well, at least they're trying. And I think that's the biggest thing about it, is you feeling confident in what the fuck you are putting on your body. You feeling confident about how you can move your body and how you love on your body. But I just would be remiss if I didn't say, working out helps, babes. I don't know. I feel better when I work out. Literally, I feel like I'm more mobile and I can move and I'm not as lethargic, especially when I go binge eating, baby boo. we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I move better and I think better and I look better in clothes. I keep seeing this on Instagram. And it's, you know, you see it and you're like, well, no, they should be proud of their body and stuff. Be proud of your body. If that's where you want to be proud. However, if you're like me and you look at yourself in certain clothes and you're like, damn, man, if I just didn't have this little tire sitting on top of my six pack, this basic ass black t-shirt and eat. You know what I'm saying? And you start thinking about those little things, and honestly, I think it helps. I really do. I think it helps. So if I can implore you to just try to be active, if not only for how you look on the outside, but how you feel about yourself. I feel like it's a confidence booster. Just working out in general, like the fact that I can stay up on a bike, I feel like that's a confidence booster for me. Like I want to be a dad that can pick up his kids and play on the playground with his kids and be active with them. You know, that's the type of lifestyle I want to get to. I mean, it starts now, honestly. I'm 28 right now. I'll be 29 in a few months. And I just think about it like, Jeremiah, like you do good right now, but imagine if you were consistent. And I see so many Instagram, TikTok, older people saying that they wish they would have gotten active and gotten in shape a lot sooner than they did. Or if they even ever do, they just wish. That's one of the regrets that they might have, is just being more active in life and a little bit more physically fit. So I think there are so many benefits to working out. Again, I hope you don't take this the wrong way and think of it as it's a replacement for working on loving yourself. But I think it helps. I honestly do think it helps. And I'm not gonna be one of them girls that get a banging body and now y'all the cast of mean girls. You know how them girls do. You know how they do. But I'm not gonna be like that. You know, it's still giving a kind person. But baby, the abs is gonna be out, the arms is gonna be out, the chest is gonna be out. You know what I'm saying? So get active, guys. It really does help. Get in the gym. Do something that you like. Like I said, it doesn't even have to be like the typical thing that you do. Like I said, I want to get back into skating. That's literally taxing on the body. You're almost only using your legs and your core when you're skating. That's why I really stay away from it, because it be so hard and my legs be so tired the next day. But baby, we've been at the spin class, like, so we gonna be able to stay up for a while on skates. So you know what I'm saying? Maybe find things that you find fun to do. You know, even if you need something a little lighter, you know, go take yoga. Yoga, you still burn calories, and you'll progress, and then you'll get to hot yoga where you really, it's like it feels like a real workout. You know, so find something that you enjoy. Find something that can get you to be active and you're having a good time. Maybe it's even just doing it with a friend or a community group. You know, but dude, I'm telling you, I looked in that mirror, even in class, I was like, baby, you know how they put mirrors all around the class and stuff? Baby, my eyes was locked in on Jeremiah. I said, who is this man on the front row? Who is he? You know? Oh, and another trick. And obviously it's gonna sound like woo-woo, kinda out there. You know those people that be like, love yourself. You kind of roll your eyes, but after a while you start thinking, these people really are crafting the life that they want to live based on doing these kind of things that we roll our eyes at. What's wrong with telling yourself that you that girl and having that main character energy? What's wrong with it? Literally, what's wrong with it? And then you start to believe it and your actions start to mimic that. You know? So every day I try to look in the mirror and tell myself one thing that I like about myself. Completely naked. Ass to grass. Ass out. Look in the mirror and tell yourself something you like about yourself. Something you love about yourself. You know? And again, these are just a few tips, a few coping mechanisms. Nothing to replace therapy. Nothing to replace self-love and doing the work. But look in the mirror, drop them trowel, and tell yourself something you enjoy about yourself. And even if you see something that you want to work on, tell yourself, I'm going to work on that until I love it too. You know, today, we talking about these arms, baby. We talking about these arms, baby.
We talk about how the brown skin was glistening in class, man. We talking about that, okay? But yeah. Alright, that was just another sweat talk. Sweat check, sweat talk, and I'll see y'all in a few. Happy Friday, family. We are grateful to have reached another weekend. Friday me, please. And not even just Friday, because they will still give you work on Friday. That just baffles me. I don't know why I still feel like I'm in high school or college. Like, work on a Friday is crazy, but Friday me at 5 o'clock with a spicy margarita. A spicy margarita, an empanada, a shrimp taco. I don't know. But again, we're grateful. We're grateful for a beautiful weekend because we're claiming it. Last weekend wasn't the best, but you know, we're taking our tools that we learned and we're pushing forward. Okay. And as you can see, baby, I don't know. It's giving quality. It's giving the girls are gonna get quality content from now on. Now you see, we have our microphone, okay? No more yelling at the camera. We can talk low. We can give you a little Barry White. You know, a little Teddy Pendergrass type vibe. You know what I'm saying? We can whisper. We can just talk low, but it's no more yelling, okay? And everything I do with this channel, I want to aspire to grow and be better than I was before. Obviously, I want this channel to take off, but it's honestly a challenge just for me, just to one, be consistent with something that I want to be passionate about or that I am passionate about, and also just making myself better and finding a way to hold myself accountable to, you know, picking something up, sticking with something, and just evolving as a person, evolving as the way I think, evolving as a creative, evolving just my mind, how I perceive things, and honestly, putting out that first video was liberating because now I have someone to hold me accountable. And if you guys, you know what I'm saying, aren't really beating down my block for the video, I'll still have this lingering feeling of, damn, like, okay, I was getting a little traction. Why did you stop? And so this microphone and this camera is a representation of growth and taking certain things, taking things that you're passionate about seriously. So this week, I'm really excited to say that I started the process to get into therapy. We started the process to get into therapy. First of all, it's been a long time coming, and I implore all of you, especially if you are a black man, especially if you are a gay black man, and you know that you deal with trauma, and you might feel the pressures of the world and just certain nuances that goes on in our community, and then the subset of that community. You can be carrying and walking around with just a lot that you don't even realize, but other people may realize, or your physical body may realize, or your subconscious might realize, and it manifests itself in so many different ways, in so many unhealthy ways. And even it may be some healthy ways that are just coping mechanisms, but long term it's just not good. And so I just noticed certain patterns in certain aspects of my life
that has just been so cyclical and repetitive and finds its way to manifest itself into different parts of my life. And I don't like that. I don't like that. And, you know, I think there's a conversation that you kind of have to have with yourself where I don't know if it's like an age thing. I always hear people say, or I've always thought to myself, like, there's always an age in your 20s or your 30s where you kind of hit this switch, like, damn, I have to start being an adult and thinking about life and getting a job and paying bills and taking care of my car insurance and taking care of my car, going to the dentist, you know, doing all these adult responsibilities, because your mama is not going to be there. Your daddy not going to be there holding you accountable, making you do certain things for your own livelihood anymore. And I think a big one is your mental health, you know? And honestly, in our community, they probably weren't doing the best job with your mental health anyway. But it becomes very evident, you know, of certain things that may have transpired or ways that you may have been neglected growing up, or just so many different nuances that, again, can have itself grow into something unhealthy or something that you just don't like to see in yourself or others don't like to see in you as you get older. And I think you have to have that conversation with yourself, like, okay, am I going to keep putting this on other people? Am I going to keep walking around blaming everyone, not taking accountability for how I respond or how I move through the world or how I treat people, how I take care of myself? Am I going to take accountability for that? Am I going to understand that this world is a fucked up place and I have every right to be walking around here pulling out my damn hair, turning up on folks, acting crazy because of trauma and because of societal pressures? I have every right. You do. But in the same breath, is that fair to the rest of the world? You know, is that fair to yourself? We have every right to feel the way we feel. I don't necessarily think we have the right to react to everything we feel. And my goal for this therapy is to really deep dive into the things that I know are patterns and that are not healthy for me or for relationships in my life. But also things that I didn't really know that was affecting me, because this last year or so, and honestly looking back, has just been very enlightening and realizing, oh damn, you do miss your dad. you did need him. You did need him at your high school graduation. But yeah, I don't want to carry that no more. I don't want to be angry anymore. I don't want those things to affect me, affect my insecurities and my confidence and how I hold my head up high. I want to believe that I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and I am loved, and I am beautiful and handsome and smart and funny and creative. I want to believe it the way my friends and loved ones tell me. I want to believe it. You know what I'm saying? I think people can tell you till you blue in the face, oh, you got this going on. But if you don't believe it yourself, then it really is a non-motherfucking factor. And I want to work on that. So I really am going to challenge myself to sticking to this and being accountable about my mental health as well as my physical health. And just see the best Jeremiah try to evolve and grow as a person, as a man, as a human being, and just go from there.
Turning practice to perfection took some trying. Who'd have thought that I'd get my next blessing from some lines? I turned this rap shit into my profession and defied all they projections. No ceiling on what's manifesting in my mind, cause I get stronger when the pressure build. More hunger, what's next to kill. Grind with the time I had to get paid over time. This so refined, just peep the detail. And it's all for retail. I used to get my inspo from the store that was for... Now we don't cross my mind so much cause everything hot. I don't even check the traffic flow cause everything fly. Before us whips, now I got extra keys. Just text my lady, I'm the greatest, she said yes indeed. Can't play it safe, I'm taking risks cause I know what could be. Where that could lead, you best believe I'll be the first to see. I paid the price to know my worth so I can't work for free. Put my soul in every moment, it's all sacrifice just by what you think.